Hello all, hello students. Today we will see how to access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable. This is the point in structure chapter, that is combination of structure and structure type pointer variable. So we know what is structure. What is structure? Structure is a user defined data type which stores user defined data type which stores non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as structure. While what is the pointer? Pointer is a derived data type which stores address of another variable of same type. So let's start with one example. So let's take one example. Example is, define the structure for student having data members or elements like name, roll number and marks. Then declare and do initialization of the structure at runtime for only single student. Create student's pointer type of variable and assign student structures value variables to the pointer type variable. Then display the information of that one student using structures variable as well as structures pointer type of variable. So what is the aim of this lecture? How to access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable. We already know when we access structures data members using structures value type of variable, then use dot operator. So what same dot operator we have to use here, or some another operator we must use for accessing structures data members using structures pointer type of variable. So let's see. So open dev C++ id, create new source file, then save it using save as option, structure pointer as a name to the source file. Okay, so first agenda, that is first include hash include stdio.h. So include header file first, then define the structure struct student, okay, having data members, that is name, which is in the form of character array. Next, integer roll number, which is of type int, and third one marks, which is integer type. So these are called as data members of structure. Okay, so these are the data members of structure struct stud. Struct stud is a name of data type which is user defined data type. Okay, so let's create first structure variable. There are number of different options to create structures variable. So here I have created one structure variable of type s. So s is a stud type variable. This is structures variable. So s, what is s? S is the structures value variable, because this s, what s stores actual value, that is name, roll number and marks together in a single entity, that is s. So it is a structures value type of variable. Next, after that, create main function int main. Okay, inside main, what we have to do first, we have to initialize structures value variable. That means take the values from the user and assign that values to the structures value variable. So for that, what we have to do, printf, first enter name of the student /n, Next, scanf, take the value of name from user using %d, comma, s dot, where we want to save it into the name. So s dot name. Don't give ampersand here. Then printf, take the value of roll number. So roll number slash n. So roll number is in the form of integer. So format specifier we have to use is percentage d. D stands for decimal value. Then ampersand of where we want to store s dot roll number. Okay, so third value which we want to take from user is enter marks of that student. So slash n for new line. After that scanf. In scanf what we want to store percentage d because it is decimal integer type, where we want to save it into ampersand of s dot what s dot marks. Okay, so this is all about take the values or initialize the structures value variable at runtime. When we take these values from the user, then these values are saved into s variable. So let's check what is the graphically it represent on the RAM. So this is S structures value variable. This is the memory management. S dot name of 0 to S dot name of 9. 10 bytes are reserved for the name because name having size maximum size 10. Then S dot roll number and S dot marks. Okay, so these are integer type reserved for 4 bytes. Suppose now this is all about structures variable. When you run the program and at the runtime we can take the value, suppose a mole from the user. So it is saved in the s dot name of 0 character by character, and at the end string ends with the slash 0. Then s dot roll number. That means when we scan take the value for the roll number, this value is stored at the address of s dot roll number. So where is the address of s dot roll number? Here, s dot roll number. Suppose we have entered 921, then it is stored here only. S dot marks, which is stored into 99. Okay, that means when we take the values from the user that are saved in this memory location, and whole memory name of the location is s, that is structures value variable, and we can save the values in the structures data members or the fields name, roll number and marks. These are called as structures field or data member. So base address of that structure variable is suppose 100. Okay, so next, now what we have to do, we have to display this information using structures value variable s only. So how to display it? We know printf, we want to display name colon percentage s, then roll number colon percentage d, then marks colon percentage d slash n. Okay, after that where we take the values from the user, it is saved at the s variable structure variable. So how to access structures data members using structures variable? Which operator we have to use? We have to use struct dot operator. So s dot first is the name, so choose the name, then s dot roll number comma s dot marks. Okay, so this is all about how to display take the structures data members, that is student, at the runtime and initialize it at the runtime. So s is initialized using printf and scanf statement. After that, using printf statement we have to display the structures name, roll number and marks. Okay, so we know that how to access the structures data members using structures value type of variable. using dot operator, that is s dot name, s dot roll number and s dot marks. So let's check whether it works or not. So compile it. After compilation, it gives 0 error and warning. Then run it. So after running, enter name. Suppose Amol. Oh, no. What happens? Enter roll number, enter marks. Cursor does not stop for taking roll number and enter marks. Okay, so name is equal to host. It gives you some wrong results. So why it gives you wrong result? Okay, so let's check what happens. Enter name. So here what happened? Percentage D. That's why it gives you some logical errors. So what we have to do, we have to change it to percentage s because it is a character array, and while scanning the character array we have to use format specifier as a percentage s. So save it again, execute. It is not the compile time error because compiler does not know what is in the double quotes. It treated as simply as a string, so it does not give any compile time error. But what happens, it is a runtime or logical error. It is called as runtime or logical error. So compile, there is no syntactical error. Again run it. So let's check whether it works or not. So Amol, yes, no problem. Enter roll number 21, enter marks 99. Okay, so name is equal to Amol, roll number is equal to 21, marks are 99. So it works properly. Oh yes, we know how to access structures data members using structures value type of variable. Yes, but what we have do here today, what is the agenda of this lecture? To access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable. So let's declare structures pointer type of variable struct stud. So struct stud, it is a data type. It is data type of structure stud, that is a data type name. Similar to int float, this is also a name of data type but which is user defined. Okay, next create pointer p. So what is pointer p? Pointer p is a pointer type of variable of type struct stud. So here inside the p we want to store, what we have to store here, we store address of structure type of value variable, not int float, but which address? Address of structure type of value variable. So we can store address of s in the p. Yes, it works. So what is p? P is structures pointer type of variable. Okay, so structures pointer type of variable. So in the problem statement, what we have to do, we have to initialize the structures pointer type of variable. So how to initialize? P is equal to what? Address of s, address of structures value variable. So in this way, what we have to assign address of structure variable structure variable s to pointer type variable p. Okay, let's see. We have to assign address of s. So graphically what it looks like, this is the s and s base address is what? 100. So we have to assign address of 100 base address to the p. And what is p? P is nothing but the structures pointer type variable which stores address of s, which stores address of s. So structures pointer type of variable which stores address of s, which is suppose 100. So 100 is stored here. So p is what? Pointer type of variable and which stores address of another structure variable. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so after that what we have to do? After assigning address, now we have to access the data members of the structure variables or structures data members. We have to access using what? P, structures pointer type of variable. So printf, first thing, first we have to access only name. Okay, so how to access name? Using percentage s, okay, slash n, then comma. How to access? Using pointer type of variable. So let's see, pointer, we know what is pointer p. What is pointer p? What is pointer p? Pointer p gives you, pointer p gives you value at that address location. So what is the value at that address location? 100. Address location value. What is the address? 100 address value 100 address stores the value, that is value of s. So what is the value of s? Amol, 21 and 99 marks. These are the three data members value. It is stored at the base address of 100. So pointer p gives you all the three data members, but just pointer p gives you value at that address location, means 100's value. Okay, that is Amol, 21 and 91. Now, okay, so accessing name, what we have to do? Pointer p dot. Now pointer p gives you what? Pointer p gives you value. Pointer p gives you value at that address location, but that address location contains three different fields or data members. One is the name, roll number or marks, in which data member you have to access. That for that purpose dot operator is used. Dot operator is used for accessing data members of s. So name, so how we can access? Pointer p dot name. But there is one problem. Why? There are two operators, star operator and dot operator. So let's see, this star p dot name gives you actual Amol value or not. Let's see. Okay, so pointer p dot name, clear. But let's see what happens. And before that, gives return 0 here, and give the comment to printf statement, name, roll number, because we know that how to access data members name, roll number, marks using structures value variable. Here dot operator is used. Okay, let's see, comment it, and you have to access data member name only using structures pointer type of variable. Is it gives any syntactical error? Oh yes, it gives you syntactical error because we does not write code like this. Why? What is the error? So error is request for member name in P. We have request name using P, which is of pointer type stud. Yes. May you mean to use arrow operator? Means star dot, instead of that you want to use arrow operator. This is the syntactical error. No, we does not want to use arrow operator. But what happens here? First, dot operators having higher precedence in operator than that of the star operator. So what happens? First p dot name is executed. But what is p dot name? Just p gives you address, and address is not divided into different fields like name, roll number and mass. It is meaningless. So if p dot name first executed is p dot name, which is meaningless. That's why it gives you syntactical error. What is executed first? Star p. But star operator is having less precedent than dot operator. So first executed is p dot name. So what we have to do? We have to make what? One solution is there. We have to give parenthesis to pointer p. So parenthesis has highest precedent than that of the dot operator. So what happens? Pointer p. So first executed pointer p. What is pointer p? Value at that address location 100. So and that which name, which data field you require? Name. So it gives you value of name, that is Amol. Oh yes. So it works. It works. Let's check. Let's check. Due to operator precedence, this problem may be occur. So let's star curly bracket star p. Star p is evaluated first, and then dot name. We can access name value or data members value from that address location. So let's check whether it works or not. Compile it. Yes, compiler does not give any syntactical error. That means there is no syntactical error. Then just run it. So run it. Amol. Then give roll number 21, then marks as a 99 and check it whether it works. Yes, name Amol, because we have to only display name of the student. Okay, so it works. Yes, similarly printf. Similarly we can access roll number. Yes, roll number colon percentage d comma sim. First what? Parenthesis, inside parenthesis pointer p dot, pointer p dot what do you required? Roll number. So write roll number. Okay, so let's check whether it works or not. Let's, what we want to display? Printf marks. So marks percentage d slash n. Okay, here also you want to give new line, then slash n. After that give parenthesis pointer p dot marks. So marks. Okay, so let's check whether it works or not. Compile it. Compile does not give any error. Run it. So enter the name, roll number 21, marks 99, and check whether it gives result correct. Yes, name Amol, roll number 21, marks 99. So it gives you correct result. Okay, this is one way to access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable using parenthesis star p dot name of the data member. Okay, but it there is three different operator, that is parenthesis, rounded bracket, star and dot. Instead of that, it is somewhat confusion. Instead of that, what we have to do? We have use array operator. Instead of star, parenthesis and dot, what we have to use? Arrow operator, that is given by your C language. So it is simple way. So whenever you can want to display name, so what is the way? Suppose name colon percentage s, use what? S, no, p, arrow pointer p, arrow what? Name. Okay, so arrow operator, when to use our operator? When we want to access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable, use arrow operator. Okay, similarly give comment to these lines. Okay, check printf marks or roll number is equal to percentage d comma p arrow what? Marks or roll number. Okay, then printf, what do you want? Marks. So marks in integer, so comma p arrow what? Marks. Let's check whether it works or not. Save this file, then compile it. Okay, compile does not give any error. Run it. So first is enter name, suppose Amol, then 21, then marks 99. Yeah, name is equal to Amol, roll number is equal to 21, marks is equal to 99. Okay, because we cannot give slash n, that's why it gives the. Okay, so let's give slash n. Okay, just check it whether it works or not. Compile, run it. So Amol 21, then marks 99. Oh yes, it works. Amol roll number 21, marks 99. Okay, so what is the rule? whenever we can access the structures data members using structures value variable, use dot operator, or whenever you access the structures data members using structures pointer type of variable, use arrow operator. Okay, so this is the rule. Arrow, if it does not use arrow operator, then use parenthesis star and dot operator, it also works. Understood? Okay, this is first thing. Whenever some different types of errors are there occurs, suppose you can give comment to the stdio.h, means you have not included stdio.h, then what happens? Just compile. Okay, compiler gives you error. Printf was not declared in the scope. Scanf is not declared in the scope because definition of printf and scanf, these are built-in data types, built-in functions, and their functions definitions are written in the hash include stdio.h header file. So this is error. So whenever sometimes stdio.h header file is not included, it gives you such type of errors. Okay, just check it whether it gone or not. Okay, so this is first type. Next, whenever we can access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable, we have to initialize pointer using structures value variable. Okay, just check if we give this a comment to it, what happens? Compile it. Okay, there is no compile time error. Okay, good. So run it. What happens? Suppose Amol, roll number 21, marks 99. I'm pressing enter, but it does not give any error. Why? It does not give any error or any message because p arrow name, we does not give any message. Why? Because we have to create s, assign the value to the structures variable, create pointer type of variable. But what happens? But we cannot assign p. Whenever we cannot assign, that means when we cannot assign p is equal to address of s, means p does not stores address of s 100. So what happen if we does not store address of p in address of s into p variable, then there is no address 100 store into p, so it does not points to the s, and so p arrow name does not gives you a mole 2199 etc. So you have to initialize structures pointer variable, okay, using structures value variable, otherwise it does not gives any values. Okay, clear? Okay, so that are all about structures and pointer, accessing structures data members using structures pointer type of variable. Okay, so we will see this. Clear? Okay, so this is finally we will summarize the lectures point. Whenever we can access structures data members using structures value type of variable, then use dot operator, and whenever we can access structures data members using structures pointer type of variable, then use arrow operator. Okay, so today we will